G'day guys, welcome to Martin Motorsport. Just an update on the car. As you would have seen from the B main last week, I had an issue with my throttle linkage coming undone. Well, it didn't actually come undone. In fact, it was stripped, which was my fault, I'm pretty sure. Bit of a long story, but I'll try and keep it short. So the last meeting of last season at Horsham, we noticed that the butterfly wasn't getting fully open. So we adjusted it down with the linkages here somewhere. I can't remember because it was so long ago. But what happened was when I was going out onto the track, I had the throttle working in both directions, and it wasn't an issue unless you were trying to drive slow. Luckily for me, I was off the front row in the first one, so I could dictate the pace and it wasn't an issue. After the first one, we just changed it straight back, and then I sort of forgot about it. Didn't think it was that much of an issue. Then Casey come around last week and he noticed it, and I just thought to myself, I might as well try and get it right. So played around with it a bit, didn't have much thread up here to work with, so I adjusted this one here, and you'll see a stop up here. Beforehand I was sort of only getting to about there, so eventually got it so it went all the way, but I think I adjusted it too far, and then the accelerator pedal wasn't going all the way to the floor, so it would have been sitting just off. And then with the track being so hooky and me just absolutely stomping on it, trying to get it to turn left because the car was too tight, just too much weight and pressure on the thread, and it's just stripped it completely. So yeah, it's a bit of a silly mistake. At least it happened in a B main. But yeah, hopefully Dad's getting some parts now, so we can just, because the thread still worked a little bit, so we could change the thread, but I'm a bit worried that, it could be more damage inside. So I think the safest thing to do to change the whole lot. So hopefully he'll get that to me tonight and I can change that. I'm doing an oil change as we speak, changing spark plugs and oil filter, and I think that's about it. Injectors will be fine. We've got a bit of a break after this week. So it's just a Murray Bridge meeting, no points, only 20 cars nominated. We're pretty much just a program filler. So we'll go out there and maybe test a few things. Had a bit of a shocker at Gambia last weekend, but at the same time, I think I learnt more in those 3 races than I have in the last 25. So yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opener. Definitely did a little bit of reading and stuff on setup changes and whatnot. So yeah, it's necessary. You got to go through those shitty nights to have the good ones. End of the day, car was still in 1P, so I was sort of a bit nervous going into the B because the track was so fast. Like, it was just absolutely flat out all the way around, and when your car's not handling that good, there's a couple of times when I felt like I could have sent it up the inside, but I wasn't confident the bloody thing was going to turn. And I'm not worried about me, but you do something like that and take someone else out, especially just for a B main, like, it was a bit silly. So I went up higher thinking if I can't turn it and I wreck myself, that's okay. In the end, the throttle linkage went. Luckily there was no one close behind me, otherwise it could have been nasty. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the track at Murray Bridge. Catch ya. I'm back. Here's an update of the update. Took a bit of messing around, but we got there. Dad went to Adelaide to Maxwell Motors, and Peter Morris was kind enough to give us 2 of these that Michael Cowan welded together. He did it to the exact same lengths as the old one, but for some reason it was a bit too short and it kept flicking down into a negative position where you just couldn't get any accelerator and it wouldn't pop back out. So I played around for a while and I did get it so it wasn't too bad, but there wasn't much thread in each end, so I decided to cut the end off this, the good end, and I inserted it up here, so we got a bit of play there where we can adjust it. I had to take a little bit off that end to make it just the right length, so seems to be working good now. You should be able to hear that stop and the pedal hitting the floor pan as well. So yeah, all good. So hopefully that does the job. We'll probably just have to keep an eye on these lock nuts though and make sure that it doesn't come loose. What else have I done? did the spark plugs, oil filter, and I went and changed all these leads. The other ones were okay, but one of them a couple of meetings ago, as you would have seen, probably had a couple of holes in it and stuff, so just thought we'd replace the lot. So that's all done, and yeah, I think that's about it. We're all good to go for Murray Bridge this week. Just got to put a few more panels on, charge the battery up, and should be good to load up. So see you at the track.